Those who oppose go straight to hell and go twerk with Satan. I'm spinning the man fast, I'm in the backtrack. My foes in the hazmat, I'm fishing to go game in the.
I'm so sick and tired of the webs they spin. Got everyone divided with the lies they spin. Have to watch what we.
What's up, Breakdown Gang? It's your boy JD Break here. I'm back with another reaction. Y'all, I saw a little bit about this yesterday with DAX and the application for the next Rap God 2. We know he did that 10-minute without stopping track a little while back. Like, what was that, like 5 or 6 months ago? So this one's supposed to be twice as long. It's supposed to be 20 minutes. He's saying it's supposed to be a symphony, one of his best works yet. So I cannot wait to check it out, y'all. Real quick, shout out to my Patreon fam. Thank you so much for your support. You know who you are. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe, that like, that bell notification, and thank you all so much for the view. And real quick, before we get into this, because this is going to be a breakdown, before we get into this, the song that you heard in the intro video is my new single that will be dropping very soon. I'm working on the video right now called Webs They Spin, so keep an ear out, an eye out for that. And you guys know I don't like to waste a bunch of time. I'm real excited to see what DAX has for us. This is a 20-minute long straight through song. So we're gonna break it down. We're gonna see what he's got to say, and it's gonna be fire. I'm sure. So without further ado, let's roll, fam. He just said if it doesn't get 500,000 likes, he's signing to a major label. Is that what he just said? Is that what? By January 1st, I'm signing to a major label. Wow.
What's wrong, Blackie?
I made my first album, and nobody cares. Nobody cares, man.
What'd you expect? You're independent, man. And you're also, like, sort of positive. But I'll tell you what. If you kill this, and these pansies don't show respect for it, you have my blessing to sign to a major label. Okay?
Okay.
Don't forget.
Yeah, so it's got to be really hard to be an independent artist out there. There's one in a bunch that like really kill it, like Tom McDonald. Dax is killing it to a certain extent, but it's really hard to keep momentum and flow going when you're completely by yourself. I get it. So let's see what he's got. Wow.
10 minutes was the warm-up, nigga, get in tune. You want a beef? Let's meet. Hit my Zoom. I'm calling shots, you in the bleachers more than every move. I kill them with success, I'm up next, like afternoon. You niggas even in the playing scale is like the moon, trying to sunset as the nightmare I rap resumes. You'll get eclipsed and then I star in the movie where the underdog leaves the whole game straight confused. You think you rapping with a guy? You must be crazy, nigga. One song from my deluxe is all I need to do. These puppies barking, they don't bit off more than they can chew. My album just dropped. I'm already back for round 2.
Yeah, he did. He just dropped a real fire album like a couple months ago, I think it was, and it's really, really good. It's definitely on my playlist at work. So here we go.
For shits and giggles, it's an epiphany. Dax ain't dropping music when he's rapping. He's dropping symphonies. I make Mozart than most. My key lyrically is noted on a scale above the whole industry. It's Dax. I got bars out in Georgia. 20-minute songs are probably Illinois. Yeah, I got PTSD from the killings of these beats. I'm a veteran. I came in the game like a soldier. I could sun you like Barbosa. Me and Nash playing soccer out in Canada. That's true though. I ain't never lied in my prime.
True, okay.
I minister, the flow is unknown. They don't know where it's coming from, like phone calls with Star 69. They say I say nothing, that I'm corny and outdated. If I rapped in the 90s, I'd probably be famous.
That's true. If Dax was around in the 90s, he'd probably be considered the best rapper on earth, for sure. But, I mean, I could say the same thing about NF and a couple other ones, too. You know what I mean? Tech 9. You could say the same thing about those guys, too, for real. And Tom, for all that matters.
The flow and the cadence is abrasive. I be blacking out on beats. Even niggas started calling me a racist. Like Aunt Jemima, I need an Oscar. They admire my wiener. They blowing me like Hurricane Katrina. I get Superdome defenses trying to find a way to stop me. I'm offensive with the wordplay. I minded misdemeanors. Bitch, you might need a subpoena to see me like John Cena. Hot jab.
You might need a subpoena to see me like John Cena. Man, he's all over the place with this one, y'all.
Yeah. Then rap you like a turban packer. Stand in a can and ship them to Eminem and say, Dax needs a feature and pray that it's not a burden. Why? Because I rap in cursive. They treat my lyrics like the Bible, the OG and the King James Version. This colloquial, my verses speak hood and suburban, so the people in the jacks so respect my sermons. Merch.
Yeah, he is. He's really good at bringing all the different rap fans, like all the different he's really good at bringing all the different fans of hip hop kind of together. He's got the whole suburban crowd, you know, and he's still got the hood too. I mean, he's just a good rapper, and he knows how to mix everything together really well. His music is really good. His beats are really good. Despite all of the talk about depression and anxiety, he's got a positive message, and he's also a Christian. I mean, he's an outspoken child of God. So it's awesome. All right.
Leapfrog it, Kermit. You want to pass, you'll need a permit. Lyrically, I'm
He said, I can't leapfrog it, Kermit. What'd he say? Hold on.
spec my sermons, merge it. Leapfrog it, Kermit. You want to pass, you'll need a permit. Lyrically, I'm driving drunk. How I'm swerving in and out of genres. I ain't pop or urban. I'm my own category. You can call that shit purpose. Listen.
Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He's his own category. He's not pop or urban. He's just his own thing.
I need to get this off my chest. You a bitch if I'm rapping and you say you not impressed. Your input does not add money to my check. Who the fuck about to do this and not even break a sweat, man? They committing genocide, trying to exterminate the lyricist while saying DAX is the antithesis. That means opposite. But if I'm the opposite, then how am I independent in a game still profiting? It's not supposed to happen. They capping. I'm a goddamn savage when rapping. Gas mask your casket, cause the smoke I spit will give you lung damage. If you wanna come and grab what I'm grabbing, yo.
Hold on, what did he just say?
Then how am I independent in a game still profiting? It's not supposed to happen. They capping. I'm a goddamn savage when rapping. Gas mask your casket, cause the smoke I spit will give you lung damage.
Oh, he said, gas mask your casket, because the smoke I spit will give you lung damage. Yes. Yo, his bars are seriously off the chain.
If you want to come and grab what I'm grabbing, you'll have to lift weights and wait, cause the tectonic plate shift I create is so great that by the time you reach me, the earth quakes. The booth was my birthplace. I'm used to the static. They say I got drive. I'm automatic. Ain't listening to demos, especially not critics. These niggas panic like we at the disco. I got a
Panic at the Disco. Shout out to them
especially
boys.
not critics. These niggas panic like we at the disco. I got a simple plan for you.
Simple plan.
Rage against
Rage
the
Against the
machine.
Machine.
I'ma need a team. I'm 2.5 men myself, like Charlie Sheen. This industry's
Yo.
sick. Dax is the vaccine. Top 5 in this bitch. At least the past 3. If they say otherwise, they anti-vaccine. And the mandate pass suppresses they free speech. Cause
Yeah, just throw a little bit of that talk in there. I don't even like to touch that subject anymore because I did a live about it and YouTube shot me down to the bottom of the barrel. If you look at my views, the past like 7, 8 videos, and it's all because I did a live when I was talking about that stuff. But what he just said, y'all.
I'm in a different category. My whole life is
Of course, he was saying he's the vaccine to the sickness because the whole hip-hop game right now is completely sick when it comes to glorifying drugs and hoes and money instead of being real. So he's saying that him and guys like him are the vaccine to, or the medicine to that sickness. That's what he's saying.
allegory. The truth I speak is a double edge, and that's why there's no matrimony. Everybody knows what I came to do, so they separate. And the alimony is why I'm broke, but I don't care because my impact is mandatory in the age of fake. And I'm perplexed by the hate. Why flex in your songs if they carry no weight? If my shit's trash but spreads at this rate, then maybe it's you who has no taste. And I don't normally pray, but today I'll say, Dear God, please wash these lames away. And ironically, that's the name of my song that's gold with no fucking radio play. Now it's back to the topic. Let me hit you with a switch. How the fuck I'm pussy if you always on my dick? I don't rap about the typical, my money or a bitch. And if I ever do flex, I'm in the gym doing lifts. I don't pack nothing but 6. My abs stay ripped. I'm like an ad-lib bitch. I stay in the mix. Every time I see a beat in my scope, it's a hit. State of mind like a shooter for the New York Knicks. I'm the best. And if they ask Kawhi like the clips, tell them Dax got a glove with the game in his grip. Throwing counter punches, hooks, metaphorically the shit. Like a potty mouth nigga with a stank upper lip. And
like a potty mouth with a stank upper lip, y'all. This dude is crazy. He's good. He's crazy.
this wasn't planned. I'm spitting facts from a real world scan. They cable, I'm streaming, they nice. But the difference, they can do it on demand. I'm demand, but bombing on these.
They cable, I'm streaming, they nice. But the difference is I can do it on demand, right? I've not even really listened to any of his freestyles, but I bet you that he's just as fire in all the freestyles that he does too. I mean, he's just one of them guys who can just come up with stuff off the top. He's got all kinds of like metaphors and whatever they're called, onomatopoeias and all kinds of stuff in this thing, man. It's crazy.
Beats, if you tally up the bands, got enough ammunition to supply the Taliban. Every bar is like a bullet, they go doop doop. People try to dodge, but they can't, like a fucking caravan. Okay, now I'm warmed up, I can feel the sweat. The bars drip and turn complex. Hit the floor as I gas the beat, then evaporate and condense. In a generation where common sense is not common sense, we need real rap. But when you say Nas, they think you mean Lil Nas X. And that's not a diss, I don't want to get canceled. YouTube, don't take my channel. Don't copyright, cause if you do, I'll strike and be at you. I'm sick and something you can't handle. I'm solar like a panel. You can't desert me like a camel. I was built for this and something they cannot dismantle. Man, this is appalling.
I like that he said about the Nas thing. He said you say Nas and people automatically think Little Nas X. We all know that the original Nas is like one of the greatest rappers of all time. And he has really deep music that makes people think. And what he's saying is that now the new Nas is just, I don't know, he doesn't really make me think.
Bounce back like Spalding. I slide on these beats. My flow's icy and my bars toboggans. If rap's a house, I'm home alone like Macaulay Culkin. And if you think it better, then rap about it and stop talking hot dogging. I actually played basketball. I'm getting buckets if they ever say that that's ballin'. I see them posting who's the best hoop rap artist. Like I ain't led a whole goddamn college conference. This shit is wild. I see the posts and profiles, but commenting negativity is not my style. I got a strap and I ain't talking about a gun. It's a hoop term, dummy. Go ahead, you can check my file. I bet it's squeaky clean. See, I don't wanna go to jail, but if I did, I know it'd triple on my sales. And that's the fucked up part about this life. Don't nobody wanna see you do good till you going through hell. And that's why I had to make.
Nobody wants to see you do good until you're going through hell. So everybody loves a good redemption story, I guess, right? I mean, it's a lot easier to support somebody when you know that they've gone through the mud, the valley like you have, right? I mean, I have a lot of people that follow my channel, that follow me on social media because they've lived a certain type of past like I have. And if I hadn't lived that past, I probably wouldn't have you awesome, awesome people, you know, watching my videos and wanting to hear my music and stuff like that. So I think there's a human element to that, you know. Everybody loves a good redemption story. I mean, what's a really good movie like? It's the same thing. All right, let's go.
This 20-minute rap song, I'm about to one take it. I just made my first album full of songs from the depths of my heart, and these people didn't appreciate it.
I appreciated it, man. I wish there was one or two songs on there that were a little bit more in like a major key, because everything is in such a minor key that it can get a little bit depressing listening to song after song after song, all in minor keys. But that's your thing, bro, and it's good stuff. All right.
Rapped about guns and violence. Oh, fucking bad bitches on an island. Or some drugs that I don't even take. Then tell all the kids to try it. Man, what's it gonna take to make it? For them to say that I'm one of the greatest? Do I gotta go sell my soul and live the rest of my life forsaken? Don't push me, cause I just might do it. I go dumb, but I've never been stupid. I've had nothing in my life before and I was fine, so bitch, I'm not afraid to lose it. So fuck this music. I don't need it. Call me cocky, call me conceited. Smooth criminal, I'm a demon. I might jack them, now they gotta beat it.
Oh, snap. So he said, what did he say?
Music, I don't need it. Call me cocky, call me conceited. Smooth criminal, I'm a demon. I might jack them, now they gotta beat it. I throw up hits, I'm bulimic. Shout out to Drake, why? I stay scheming. Started from the bottom, now the views I'm seeing mean nothing was the same. And I'm no longer dreaming, man, it's already a classic. I'm the future, so you can't look past it. If you take that mask off, you can tell that I'm the baddest. Report cards, the only time in life you'll see DAX beside the word average, and I bet you I'm above. Go add her all together, I ain't talking about the drug. And you know it's orange juice if they say it's C+. If you think I'm a 50, then you got no sense. Like the famous rap song that is called In the Club. Calm down, let me bust a rhyme and kick flips while I'm on my grind. I got tricks up my sleeve, I can make a simile disappear like the line inside this line. And every time I rhyme, they see an optimist in his prime. I transform, I can reach the blind. My mind's design is one of a kind. You'll find there is no one like I, and that is why I must keep it going. Constant motion, locomotive. I lack promotion, not provoke them. Break down every system, but still be growing. So sick that they might need some ibuprofen off the...
What? So sick that I provoke them, break down every system, but still be growing. So sick that they might
Every
need some-
system, but still be growing. So sick that they might need some ibuprofen off the deep end. Bars with the depths of ocean, sub-zero flow, so you know it's frozen. IQ so high, feels like I'm smoking. Most impotent man who is spitting potent. Face off with the rock like a real Samoan. Tech 9 with the chop, Midwestern flowing. Stats congruent, paying my respects, I'm never out of pocket. Name another young gun who is this polished. I spit fury, entice them with this rocket. Bars get to dropping everywhere like I'm bronze bombing. You couldn't put me in a box if we boxing. BTS shots the only time DAX K popping. Stick on my hip, I clean the whole room, but don't be alarmed, it's DAX, I'm just mopping. That's off topic, let me tell you something real. Everything you see now was done with no deal. What does that mean? It's fuck how you feel, cause it's impossible to get this far with no skills.
It's true. It is impossible to get that far with no skill. If he's got no promotion, no record label, you know, he's one of the few guys who are completely 100% independent, and dude's doing it. You know, he's doing it.
Skill. Never mind, you won't find no one like me. I wish that you would see me for what I am, instead of ignorant top comments you see on the gram. I'm a once-in-a-lifetime type of man who actually cares about the content and all the fans. I guess it doesn't matter. They piss poor, weak bladder. I gotta keep them at bay, like the Packers. Don't stare, cause you'll need a ladder. They pass words around
I like that. I got to keep him at bay, Green Bay, like the Packers.
like computer hackers. I'm built different, I was never breastfed. When I was 2 years old, I was dropped on my head. In school like Dej Loaf, they tried me, but just like the second part of a name, I was all about the bread. So I stayed focused, I couldn't afford to fumble. Wrestling demons in my bed like the Royal Rumble. Paid dues, they ain't never gave me a bundle, but they discount people who would fucking mumble. This life is not fair.
He said they never gave me a bundle, but they discount people who like to mumble. Man, I don't understand that mumble rap, yo. I just don't understand it at all. Like, literally, I don't understand it. But I also don't understand the appeal to it either. I don't know. All right, let's roll it back.
Me a bundle, but they discount people who would fucking mumble. This life is not fair. They dread DAX like Jamaican hair because they know they can't compare. Then stock my work and resell it on the market and give DAX no shares. What the fuck? I'm about to slide like a hockey puck, duck like Donald, shoot like LeBron and catch niggas like Obama. Do a stanky leg and heat it up like a sauna while you talk to your God and have to deal with your karma. Assalamu alaikum. I come in peace. I love all religions and practice what I preach. If you came into this world and you bleed, you're like me, cause love is my religion and I love what I see. I'm not a Christian rapper. I just rap about faith without taking the Bible and throwing it in your face. And ironically,
He said I'm not a Christian rapper. So I didn't know. I know he cusses a lot and he says a lot of stuff that a normal Christian rapper wouldn't say, but that song Son of God and all that stuff, I really thought he was, but I guess he's not.
when you do it that way, more people end up saved.
Yes. So he said, I'm not a Christian rapper, but I rap about faith without throwing the Bible in your face. When you do it that way, more people end up saved. I like that.
I paid my way by scraping it. You ain't never seen a nigga like me. If you did, I guarantee they was on some label shit. They want me to leave, I'm not breaking it. 20 minutes, bitch, this my statement. Halfway, and I'm just warming up. Now I'm about to freak this like some pussy I'm playing with. I'm about to give you that energy. They know that shit, but he also the remedy. If they say I'm trash, they smoking methamphetamine. This here my destiny. Pussy nigga, you an enemy. Never was a friend of me. 100 different floors like a motherfucking centipede. My path, the lonely road.
100 different flows like a centipede.
Enemy, never was a friend of me. 100 different floors like a motherfucking centipede. My path, the lonely road. I walk alone and I keep my eyes closed. I don't fuck with you, broke clothes. I'd rather jack off inside my home. I can already see the fake. They rise quick then fall like easy bake. They resurrect like Christ on Easter Day. They straight ass. I ain't talking about a piece of cake. I'm turning up the concentration. Free in this bitch, but I'm not a Mason. Came in the game in the beats. I'm blazing, bring heat to the torch and destroy the matrix. Line after line, and I'm snorting greatness. Raw spelled backwards is what I'm waging. DAX is the brand and the occupation.
Raw spelled backwards is what I'm waging. Yo, this dude is This dude is something else.
That's the line, got him snorting greatness. Raw spelled backwards is what I'm waging. DAX is the brand and the occupation occupies the real, so the constant hating comes from the fake who deny the basic. The DAX is a part of the conversation with no cosign, a major playlist. Radio play, a talent agent. Anger and rage because they can't contain it. Straight to the top and the spot is vacant. Those who oppose go straight to hell and go twerk with Satan. I'm spitting the man fast, I ain't gonna backtrack. My foes in a hazmat, I'm fishing to blow game in the...
What? Yeah, go straight. I wonder if that's another Lil Nas X reference there. They go straight to hell and twerk with Satan.
And go twerk with Satan. I'm spitting the mad fast, I ain't gonna backtrack. My foes in a hazmat, I'm fishing to blow game in the backpack. They spit in the rap cat, they know what they doing and they tryna be clones. I'm ice cold, no Steve Stone unless you're in Austin, Texas. WWE, you niggas restless. You are not getting in, you're not on my guest list. Don't fit like Tetris, I'm about to make this flip. Anybody hating can come and suck my dick. Everything I spit is like glue, it sticks when you poop's the only time you're the shit. Everybody wanna just get rich, they're all my son.
Yo. What? Oh, man. When you poop, it's the only time you're the... That's crazy, y'all. This dude is just... He's on a whole nother level with this song. I mean, the first one was really good. The first one was fire, too. But he's like on a whole nother level with this. Like, he really put a lot of thought into this.
It's like glue, it sticks when you poop's the only time you're the shit. Everybody wanna just get rich, they're all my sons just like Chris. I'm appalled you always miss, and if you hit, you still can't do it like this. And if you did, your brain would explode. I'm next to blow. I'm a whole series, you're just an episode. Give me leg wound like a vegetable. Beating me to stretch, you better get flexible. Killing this beat, but the crime is sensible. First degree, I murder thee, then mastermind, then PhD. My schemes are credible, so the rhymes may not be detectable. Overheads they go and fall on deaf ears. The buzz I made's beyond light years, so when they're toxic like Britney Spears.
Okay, that was good. He said,
I murder thee, then mastermind, then PhD. My schemes are credible, so the rhymes may not be detectable.
The rhymes may not be detectable.
Heads they go and fall on deaf ears. The buzz I made's beyond light years. So when they're toxic like Britney Spears, I barely hear cause I just switch gears. You ain't never seen a rapper strike this much fear amongst his foes and his so-called peers. So like Visine drops, let me make this clear. I'm DAX and I've been in a different tier, and it's fire.
Visine drops and I'm DAX. It's a different tier. What? Man.
For help, my desire burns and a passion melts. Independent, so I might not be felt, but I sign my checks, that's a higher self. Don't pull my card cause you might get dealt. My hand of God's from the Bible Belt. My wave so big, even Michael Phelps can't swim my shit without some help, so breathe. You might need a second to catch up. DAX is on a tear and they looking for backup. Set me automatic and a hit like a Mack truck. Breathe. And I don't give a fly, in fact, fuck yes, I am a sinner and I drink and do cuss, but like DJ Khaled, I got the keys to unlock the beast, extend my reach from down beneath, and knock off those who cannot compete, but wanna act like they can fuck with me. It's okay, KK, like racial tension. DAX nice, let's avoid him and never mention. He'll elevate to a new dimension and leave us here in the kiddie section.
It's like KKK, like racial tension. Man, this
nice, let's avoid him and never mention. He'll elevate to a new dimension and leave us here in the kiddie section. 65 metaphors, where's my pension? I retire beats and they go to heaven. Up praise them, not like a reverend, I mean raise their value. I'm still here like a statue staring at you. I will stand the test of time, and if I sit, I'll still be twice as tall with my head in the sky. Looking down at all you birds who talk on Twitter thinking there's power behind your words. Calling me corny.
Come on, talking about all the Twitter birds who think there's power behind your words. Yeah. It's a sad thing these days when a bunch of people can sit behind their phones and behind their computers and just type little hateful stuff and type, you know what I mean? Just put all these like crazy comments towards people and hateful comments towards people. And if they were actually confronted in real life, I would imagine 95% of the people that talk all kinds of crazy stuff online wouldn't say a word to your face. Guaranteed.
Who talk on Twitter thinking there's power behind your words. Calling me corny behind your computer in the fucking suburbs. You're way too late. I've mastered this and now I'm better than great. In fact, I might just be top 5 all time. Or at least top 10, well, maybe 9. Minus 5 divided by 2. Minus the amount of times we all get to live this life. That's one, don't waste it. You'd be way more successful with DAX on your...
I like that math he just did. He made it from 5, then to 10, then to 9, then divided by 2 or whatever. That was cool.
Get to live this life, that's one, don't waste it. You'd be way way more successful with DAX on your playlist. Cause I rap about motivation, which you lack. Cause if you focused on yourself, you wouldn't have time to go online. Spend your time there just to shit on DAX. Oh, it's sad. You know, I've never had someone more successful tell me I'm whack. And oh, I forgot I'm black, so I'm supposed to rap about guns, bitches, clothes, and tons of cash. While you pricks pray I lose my shit, while you sit at home and clap. That's the kicker. You don't even get paid to hate on Twitter. It just makes you bitter, and my skin gets thicker, and actually promotes my work indirectly. And over a period of time, you sheep herd and all just make me richer. I got you in a bind like a boa constrictor. I'm on the way up like a zipper, and only fade in the cut with a pair of clippers. But I'm no clown, my shit's real, and that's why despite how you feel, it all still spreads around, up and down with resounding sound. Even haters gotta admit that DAX got that bounce, boy. You better run home when you see me. I don't mean a baseball mound. I'm the king in this bitch. That's why I let my hair grow in the shape of a crown. You better bow down.
I gotta say, we are 15 minutes in, and he has not stopped, and he has kept going and going. This is a one-take song, and it is insane that he is still doing this. I'm trying to shoot a music video right now, and I'm lucky to get a 3-minute and 30-second good take of a song. So I can only imagine what this was like. I mean, he's got all the hand motions going. Guys, this is really hard.
Baseball mound. I'm the king in this bitch. That's why I let my hair grow in the shape of a crown. You better bow down, then get up. I won't let up or let go. I take the hate they throw and embody it for the energy to go turn up on my sold out shows across the globe. South Africa, Nigeria, Zambia, Liberia, Canada. I need Expedia. And oh, I got a message for the media. I don't care if the fake shit feeding you. You will sell out if you glorify that trash that does not meet the criteria. I'm a
Yep, you're a sellout if you glorify that trash. I mean, I couldn't have said it better myself. I'm sure all you guys saw the DAX and Tom song Propaganda. He definitely recognizes the effects of the mainstream media and mainstream music and the effects that it has on like the youth and the people of the world for sure. And he's not afraid to call it out. So that's one of the reasons why he's one of my favorites.
Patriot, I United States. Every bill I check got bucks and years. Tom Brady's throw completion rate. That's a bar if you don't get it. But if you did, I have to explain for those who still give me no credit. Well, actually, I've got my own money. I've always been a big advocate for debit. I don't obsess over what's not mine. I already think I'm great. They whine about DAX like a large amount of grapes. Then act pregnant like they made me, and I popped out way too late. And they never ever recovered from postpartum baby weight. That's not my fault. I did my job and made waves like Rod. I put my heart on ice, and if you slip and fall, I hope you break your jaw so you can't talk at all and have to crawl. Oh, I'm getting off tracker. Maybe I should just go and finish that like no life check. You wanna know what pisses me off the most? People wanna pretend that they can do what I do. Drop these tracks back to back with impeccable rap. Stay humble, move how I move. Hit it on the nail, you're a loose screw. Ain't nobody fucking with me in this booth. It's a blatant lie if they try to say I'm not the truth. Inspirational, all relatable, undebatably one of a kind. Intrinsic fire lit inside to match my grind. Critical thinking, songs that actually make you think about your life. Fuck attention spans, my music actually stands the test of time. I don't give a fuck about a Grammy, I should've had 3. Dear God, Joker, Book of Revelation. But these motherfuckers don't wanna give it to MCs. Just glorify and push the shit that's empty. I'm at large in this bitch like a Starbucks venti.
Yeah, he did. He came out with a string of songs that were really, really good. They just want to push the songs that are empty, the music that's empty, like he just said.
Thinking songs that actually make you think about your life. Fuck attention spans, my music actually stands the test of time. I don't give a fuck about a Grammy, I should've had 3. Dear God, Joker, Book of Revelation. But these motherfuckers don't wanna give it to MCs. Just glorify and push the shit that's empty. I'm at large in this bitch like a Starbucks venti. Certified killer, promise you don't wanna tempt me. Got the game in a state of rage or frenzy. If they speaking on my name and hate, it's envy. I ain't missing my target list, I'm shopping for some bananas. I'm a balance, killing these comments, coming at me with cameras. Don't call me, let you calling you capping. I'm a chemist, cooking everything you cook, cause I'm a menace. DAX is a claw, like center, but independent. My world is a series, I don't mean the pennant.
Yo, that whole that was what? Cooking it up like I'm a chemist? Yo, man, I don't know anybody who could do this besides him. Like, I'm thinking in my head about rappers, like the greatest ones ever, and like, I've never heard anything like this before. This is crazy.
I'm a menace. DAX is a claw, like center, but independent. My world is a series, I don't mean the pennant. They probably think that I'll run out of bars, but I'm a galaxy and I got as many as the stars. I'm an extraterrestrial alien and I'm on Mars, and I'm coming back to Earth to rid you of these retards. Man, I hope they don't cancel me for that.
Yeah.
Cancel culture is a bitch. You can say anything you want, as long as you're not rich. But if you're poor, oh, they might get you too. Because if you ever become successful, they'll use your past against you.
It's pretty scary though when you think about it. It's like as long as you fly under the radar, you're fine. But as soon as you get to a certain level, they start to put the magnifying glass on you. So all right, let's roll.
They might get you too, because if you ever become successful, they'll use your past against you. We can't even be human. We can't even make mistakes. Everyone's a dick, but won't come say it to your face. We spend our lives looking left and right while we run our race and wonder why we're depressed and always finish shit in second place. Get up and get gone. You ain't right if you're doing nothing wrong. Get off of that phone. Find out Korea like Kim Jong-un. Find your passion and cashing like Kim Kardashian and bask in the fact that it takes action to be a massive attraction and stay active instead of being passive. Reach out and go grab it and make habits. Fuck status.
Yeah, I got to say something about that. So for a very long time, I've lived my life pretty passively. I started a family, I got married and we had a kid. And obviously when that happens, your whole life kind of revolves around your family. But a lot of what I've wanted to do and a lot of my passions have just kind of taken a backseat in my life. And this is the first time since I was like 21 that I actually started really following this stuff. And he's right. You got to go out and go get it. You cannot live your life passively. Most people will, but if you don't, you're almost guaranteed to win, especially nowadays. I mean, look at the way the world is. Anybody who's willing to work for something is more than likely going to at least halfway succeed, right? So
to be a massive attraction and stay active instead of being passive. Reach out and go grab it and make habits. Fuck status, you'll stay static. Just march, no madness. This bracket is an elite synapses. All info past has been imagined. No dragon. If you want to get cash, then start smashing instead of waiting until you're casket and bragging on what happened in the past. Living life as the basic average. Be a savage, attack it, rip it, slash it, cremate it, take its ashes and smoke it, gas it so hard that the pedal smashes. Stop living in captions. You're better than that. You have it. Add it like go-go gadget. You're equipped to wreak havoc. Emphatic. I'm about to weaponize.
You're like go-go gadget. You're equipped to wreak havoc. I love
generation. This road I'm blazing got my enemies wishing they had never tried to crack the pavement. Poetic justice, everybody's hearing my arraignment. Murder to Goliath, and I am fucking David. You couldn't save him with the flash drive. Don't question a mark, he a snitch. If you ask why, whole generation lost. You can check the spectrum, my connection isn't there. Like they low bar Wi-Fi. I'm not a part of this shit. I'll never celebrate ignorance. I'm on the border like undocumented immigrants, trying to decide if I should stay in the village or risk it to benefit, but have to move militant. If you're hating, you're a child. You don't understand the DAX impact, and you won't for a while. But once you get old and this life gets real, you'll want to go back and wish my words touched you like a pedophile.
Yeah, right. I mean, he's exactly right. Once you get older, there's a lot of regrets that come with getting older. I'm only 36 and I already have regrets in my life, and I refuse to lay down and not take chances anymore. I would rather get older and fail at a few things and look back and say, you know what, at least I tried, instead of, man, I didn't even give myself a shot. You know what I mean? He's right.
You must be crazy if you think I'ma stop. I was hip without hip-hop. Between the lines, I could read the signs. They don't want music, they want songs that I get a whole generation locked. So I stay back and push my little positive message. Isolated from the game up in the nosebleed section. No awards or recognition, but my state of correction facilitates the people chained to get a bit up in heaven. And that's a felony. Even amnesia couldn't make them not remember me. The word meme is short for memory. So when you trying to break what I made, keep in mind you helping me build a legacy. And that's why I'm writing. They face something they cannot erase. Take copy of paste, penning these verses in ink. The penmanship that I exude is of dystopian taste, characterized by world issues full of trauma and pain. Me, Picasso, and Da Vinci are of similar grade. The reality I paint is vivid, wicked, ingrained into the skull of every human who allows me to take them on a trip where the pictures are imperfectly framed.
I noticed he's mentioned some composers at the beginning of this. I think like it was Beethoven and Mozart and stuff like that. Like now he's mentioning artists like Da Vinci and Picasso. More so than almost anybody I've seen, he's really shooting for like the masterpiece artist of the hip hop game, right? Like actually creating an artistic masterpiece with his words, with his bars. He's definitely doing it. Like this is definitely a masterpiece that he's got here. I don't know if it's his magnum opus or magnus opus. He's definitely doing this completely differently than anybody else is. And I gotta respect him for that.
Into the skull of every human who allows me to take them on a trip where the pictures are imperfectly framed. Crooked, cracked, and named, full of anger and rage.
I also like how the lyrics on the actual words can't even keep up at all with what he's saying. I think this is like 5 minutes behind or something like that.
Bad on with graffiti lit in fiery flame. of a human who is fucking deranged and going down in history as one of the greats, and that's a fact. And to think this all came from an epiphany, overnight janitor to poet, to songs, to moments, and now, finally, symphonies is DAX.
Now finally symphonies. Yeah.
Fucking up everybody who put me in the category thinking I was never gonna make it. If we're talking about the lyrics of the cadence of the meaning of the songs, it's not another approach of what I've been making. I've been sitting, waiting, innovating, I'm patient and waiting to bust, deliberating on when I should come and beat in the cut. People say that they better never endeavor or even sever the lever to try to get a go. Get a second amendment, aggressive in every direction, spit venom, there's no defending on top. I'm independent, penning with vengeance, the time unintentional is iridescent, shining like the bright illumination. I'm tighter than Lululemon retention. First no, second guessing, they get to bending like Beckham on DAX, kicking the definition of bars and rhythm, the flow hawks and picks them up with the claws and grips with the intention of deficit and disorder, like ADD kind of sorta. Not soda pop, don't mean cola, a Star Wars, don't mean Yoda, or Florida, Pensacola, there's more to.
Oh, ADD, what? Pensacola, Star Wars don't mean Yoda. I mean, I'm catching it, but I'm barely
Lemon retention. First no, second guessing, they get to bending like Beckham on DAX, kicking the definition.
Like Beckham, kick it.
The bars and rhythm, the flow hawks and picks them up with the claws and grips with the intention of deficit and disorder, like ADD kind of sorta. Not soda pop, don't mean
like ADD kind of disorder.
Cola, Star Wars, don't mean Yoda, or Florida, Pensacola, there's Motorola. By Motorola, I'm in control. I hit the quota. I made the streets out while I was in Minnesota. Fuck! Minnesota.
Minnesota.
What are we at, bro?
Yo. That's crazy. That was
Right, well,
nuts.
let's try one that's an hour.
Try one that's an hour. Man, you're nuts. Woo. All right, y'all. That was intense. He is definitely doing something completely different than any other artist out there is, especially independent. I mean, love him or hate him. I mean, I'm not a big fan of all the like the dick references and stuff like that. You know, I'm not probably going to listen to this in my car or at work, but I do recognize skill. And man, this dude is doing it. This dude is just doing it different, y'all. I mean, he's good. He's really, really good. I just wanted to take this opportunity to make this video real quick because I realized he just dropped it and I just got home. So I was like, it's perfect. Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure you hit up my description. There's links to my Patreon, all my other socials down there. And if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe. Watch another video of mine. It helps the algorithm a lot. Like I said, YouTube has dropped me down to the bottom of the barrel, guys. So I'm trying to work my way back up there just a little bit. So anyway, guys, I love doing this. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, peace.